All right, welcome back to Demo Disc for Official US PlayStation Magazine, issue number 107. We are going into the extras. Gap E3 Auditions. Gap?
Hey everybody, we're
the clothing
at E3,
store?
The earache capital of the world. Get
Where's your microphone,
ready,
you goofy
put your
doof?
eyeglasses on. We're going inside.
Like American Idol.
That's right, folks. It's E3 time, and once again, the PlayStation Underground has put out the call to the Gamer Advisory Panel to audition for the role of official correspondent for the show.
And tonight, the award for Best Gamer goes to...
The lucky gamers will win a priceless pass to the industry-only event, where they'll not only get a sneak peek at the PlayStation 3, but also meet some of the biggest names in the industry.
It's gorgeous! Come with me to E3.
Yeah, you definitely didn't win this.
World of pure imagination.
You got
Did somebody say E3?
Naked Snake behind you.
You know, I put on a few extra pounds so I'll blend in at E3.
Put P, P, L, A, Y, N, and then what does that spell?
Love
Plane?
PlayStation 3.
Oh my god, dude, you're freaking me out. Okay.
I made this one up.
He's got a power strip in his hand. Yeah, I hope none of these people won. This was the early era of the ridiculous reality shows where they, like American Idol and garbage like that, where they would
I can't rap.
make a bunch of talentless people compete for this kind of thing. Oh, what was MTV's thing? Like the Find the Next VJ thing that they do every year. They put together this big contest to find the next VJ, which would be the douchebag that they would have announcing some videos, music videos, back when MTV did music videos. And it would be they'd spend a day testing these people out, and they'd all just
If you wouldn't mind, I just
man
realized,
hands.
because I'm already feeling old and stuff. See, I'm just changing my voice. Show you I have diversity as far as I can change my voice on a
Okay.
key on the fly.
And it would just be a bunch of idiots doing dumbass stuff, and all of them would be really bad.
After a few years, just
And this
doing
looks
and
no
all that,
different.
I'm getting tired.
Guys got a water gun. They shouldn't.
You guys should pick me because I want this so badly, and I think I would do a very good job.
From what I came to understand by the people talking about what E3 was like, in some ways it was an exciting thing because you got to see so much of new announcements, and you got to see so much of what the upcoming games and all kind of stuff was. On the other hand, it was like really stressful, particularly for the professionals that were expected to go here, talk to this person, go here, talk to this person, go here, talk to that, whatever.
I want to hear even more news, maybe some insider news.
So
that I
it-
wouldn't normally hear like a gamer magazine.
Like they'd have to be up, like walking the floor for like 12 hours, and then have to leave and then go to some sort of like a seminar or something that one of the publishers was putting off in a hotel that was nearby.
Like 60 hours ago, I was
And
just
then
a
they'd
kid
swing back to the
who dropped
hotel
about
room
$80 on a
and be
game.
expected to
Really,
write
I'm just
everything
gonna
that
be
they had
honest.
write up, do write-ups on everything they saw, and then sleep for 4 hours and get up for the second day of it.
Excited about this opportunity. I was excited just
So,
to come here and have this opportunity.
It was supposedly like a very stressful 3 days that E3 was going on,
All this is in
but it was kind of an important thing for the era
You will only
because it was the time of the year that most of the developers would really show off the stuff they're coming out with over the next year. E3 is of course dead. It died in 2020 and died officially like a year or two later. Had a good 15, 16 year run, but it's, you know, still like Gamescom and stuff like that. Inside the game, Yakuza.
general idea behind Yakuza as a game is a really authentic, realistic underworld story about the Yakuza in Japan.
So the game takes place in various environments, anything from the back alleys of Tokyo, very dark, gritty scenery, to very bright neon light lit, as well as nightclubs, bars, hostess clubs, batting cages. One of the biggest unique thing about Yakuza is the story and its authenticity.
The story of Yakuza, we've got a deep and involving storyline penned by an award-winning novelist in Japan, Hase-san, who worked very closely with Nagoshi-san, the director of the game, to create this, very authentic feeling of the Japanese underworld, creating, feeling like you're part of this Yakuza experience, and you're able to then interact with characters that are authentic and feel really unique and, traditionally Japanese in this Yakuza world.
I don't think there's any other developer in the world who can deliver this sort of authenticity of the game.
So the main character of Yakuza is Kazuma. He's he's just been released from prison. He had a 10-year sentence for a crime that he did not commit, actually, and so he's getting back into the world after this 10-year absence. He's
this big, tough Japanese guy who's very soft-spoken, yet he's one of those guys who you don't want to mess around with.
The other main character in the game is his best friend Nishiki, who essentially is the one who committed the crime for which Kazuma took the rap. And now Nishiki has taken this opportunity through 10 years to really propel himself through the ranks of the Yakuza. And now their friendship is tested as they are put on either side of this missing $100 million.
Haruka, she's a young girl who plays a really interesting role in a story. She's essentially going to hold the key to the mystery that wraps around the story.
You're going to meet dozens of interesting characters all the way throughout Yakuza. There's a myriad of Yakuza bosses and sub-bosses and enforcers.
All right.
You'll run into the Chinese triad. You'll see all sorts of things from street punks to anything you can imagine in the nightlife of Tokyo.
The story is what really drives this game, and cutscenes is an excellent way to demonstrate how the story is portrayed in a game.
It's totally Hollywood style, great camera work, it's very cinematic, there's great editing and great performances in here. So you'll see a lot of really top-notch, high-quality cutscenes to kind of pull the story, get you really involved as you get fighting your way through the world of Yakuza.
Was this Sega developed or just Sega published?
Kazuma, Nishiki, and Yumi were still in orphanage, and how they met and how they spent time together building their relationship, and how they decided to go out to the world and enter the Yakuza world. So by watching the prequel, you can really get an understanding of who
Is there a
these
movie?
characters are, where they're from, and their background, and how they ended up to be
A
where
low
they
budget
are at the
movie.
beginning of the story in the game.
Essentially, the gameplay of Yakuza stretches over 13 sprawling chapters of the story, and as you go through there, you'll fight dozens of boss battles, from major heads of the Yakuza to their henchmen and enforcers.
Grab that guy's nipples.
Over 70 different types of side missions and
Hit him with a bicycle.
you can experience and play.
You ever try hitting someone with a bicycle? Okay, so it sounds worse than it is,
Hand-to-hand combat
but I have.
before goes,
And
when he meets a challenge, he'll
it's
answer
not a
that.
practical
In
weapon.
addition to that, there's a variety of other gameplay elements. There's a lot of character interaction.
It sounds worse than it is. If you were there, you'd understand. But yeah, swinging a bicycle, it's awkward. The weight is distributed strangely across it. And no part of, the easiest way to hit a person with a bicycle would be to grab it by the handlebars and by the seat and swing it. But you're going to end up hitting them with the tires, chances are. And the tires, it's sort of like a cushioned impact. And for most bikes, especially modern ones that are made of aluminum and stuff, most parts of it aren't, it's not terribly heavy, so you're not getting a whole shitload of momentum on it. And it's so large, it's not like hitting someone with a stick or anything.
it's like reading a really good book. You just can't wait to.
Granted, this was a long time ago.
Really great film.
I did this maybe like 15 years ago, so maybe bikes are different now.
Delivers just that.
It's going to be an experience unlike any other on the console.
You'd have to have been there. It doesn't sound. It's not as bad as it sounds. I'm not going to go into any detail, though. I'm just going to make you wonder. I wonder if there was any, like, resentment from Sega against Sony for basically putting them out of the console business. Was that it? Shit. I put this into a separate episode. It's only 11 minutes long. Oh well, okay, I guess that's that. Thanks for watching. It was towards the end of the PlayStation 2 life cycle, so there probably wasn't a whole lot of like AAA stuff coming out for the PS2 that they were really trying to get attention to. And in 2005, high-speed internet was becoming more and more common. So people were going online for these kinds of videos more and more. Like, I don't think YouTube would be around for another year or so. But sites like GameSpot or IGN would have videos that you could stream that would have like this behind-the-scenes stuff. So I guess that might be one of the reasons why you don't see a lot of it here, because, you know, there are other options. Anyway, thanks for watching. I managed to drag that out for another minute, but that's all I can really do.